Y'all, first of all, welcome back to Courtside with Ash. Shout out to everybody who has newly subscribed. We're getting close to 1,000 subscribers, so y'all continue to subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. But one, two bigger and more important things right now, y'all. We just got handed our fourth loss on this road trip. And I really don't even know if I have the words to explain um my thoughts and how I feel because I'm really trying to process this. Sometimes, like, as a fan, I get so passionate about the game. Like, I feel like I just played in that game. You know what I mean? I feel like I was a part of the game. I want us to win so bad. So when we lose, y'all, I get disappointed. I really do. And there's some games where I'm like, okay, cool, you just got to take that L. This wasn't one of those games. We should have, and we're supposed to win this game. I felt like our execution was just piss poor down the end of the game. I felt like second half, when you compare our first half to our second half, it was night and day. I felt like our first half, we was like, okay, cool, we rolling, we doing what we supposed to do. And we had like a whole bunch of steals. We was converting off those steals, and I felt like we were in our rhythm. That's Atlanta Dream basketball. Defense to offense, defense to offense. That's how we play. That's what we do. Defense to offense. That's our game. That's been our bread and butter all season. But I think ultimately, when we're not getting those stops and when we do get a little tired, we don't have a half court offense that we can depend on. And that is problematic to me. That's the part that is scary to me, and that's the part that I think we really need to work on and adjust. Because defense to offense is all cool, but at the end of the day, you got to have a half court set that you can go to. You got to have some plays, for your best players. And I respect Rhyne Howard. She took like 20 shots tonight. And she was hitting from three and she was doing whatever she was doing, and she had a great game. But we can't just depend on her just going one on one in ISO. That's not how we win. That's not a formula for winning basketball. She had all those points, but none of those points matter when you lose. 20 shots doesn't matter when you lose. None of it matters. So ultimately, like, I'm the type of person, and I think this is just generally in basketball. You want to see the ball moving around the court. You want to see it moving around. Like, we were doing well in the first half. Like, there was certain plays I was like, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. So when we see what worked, it's like we went away from it. Setting screens. There's certain points where I'm just sitting here and I'm watching. The spacing is off. And I think, oh man, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just frustrated. I think the biggest issue that I realize is just like, it's a catch 22 because I know people are calling for Carl's head, and rightfully so in certain situations, right? But I think I'm seeing the discrepancy in why sometimes he doesn't depend on the bench, because he wants to win, and there's certain points where he tried to put the bench in and we kept losing our lead. Like, there's a certain point, and this is not to like throw shade on any player. This is just what I witnessed. There's a certain point where I think India Navarre cut, and this is a play where her shoe came off. I wasn't sure if there was any contact, but I did see her miss the layup. So that's 2 points right there. There's a missed layup. Then I seen another play where Jordan Canada, she penetrated, and Sika Kone didn't understand that she needed to like space out and go to the corner so that Jordan could kick it to the three, and there was a miscommunication, and then Jordan ended up throwing the ball out of bounds. And then there's a play with Izzy Borlace where it was some kind of miscommunication with her, and there's turnovers. And so it's like, I see Carl, he was trying to put the bench in, and then when we lost our lead and he felt like we was probably going to lose the game, he pulled them out. And I understand that tug of war, you know what I mean? But our bench does need more minutes. So it's like, how do we get the bench more minutes but win the game? Right? Because what's more important, winning the game or getting our bench more minutes, or both? To me, it's both, because our bench does need more minutes. You know what I mean? Our bench needs more minutes, but our team was playing and has been playing better. with the starters. But at the same time, I can't really say that because our bench hasn't really gotten a fair shot. So it's kind of like somebody answer this for me in the comments. How do we get our bench more minutes? Like sprinkle our bench in to get more minutes with them building chemistry with the starters and still win the game and win these types of games. You know what I mean? Like, and we've won games with our bench, coming in and stuff like that. Like, but how do we gain more trust with our bench in games that are close? Um, I don't know, y'all. And I don't have all the answers. I really just want to know, like, because there were certain points in my mind, I'm like, get her out the game because I want to win. But at the same time, I know they need those minutes. I do think Oka should have played more minutes. I feel like Angel Reese is fighting for her life every night, man. I can't wait for Brianna Jones to get back. And I know they didn't have Sonia Citron, so whatever. Like, we can't make no excuses. But I can't wait for Brianna Jones to get back. Because my thing is, you got Angel pretty much on an island by herself because y'all they not really giving Okot the minutes that she probably should be playing. You know what I'm saying? So Okot tonight played 7 minutes. It's a 40-minute game and she played 7 minutes. I really think she should have if anybody should have more minutes, she should have had more minutes down low to help Angel out and get some rebounds. We needed some second chance shots. Every possession we had mattered. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're pretty big. You know what I mean? They're big down low. They got Arifin, Lauren Betts, Shakira Austin. So they're pretty big down there. So like, who's gonna help Angel? It's not Nas Hillman. And I like Nas Hillman, you know what I mean? But Nas Hillman really is not a post player, bro. Nas Hillman is a perimeter player. And I think she's really like a four, but like you can't tell me she's a post player and she didn't take any attempts in the paint tonight. You're not a post player. You took 5 threes, 0 2-pointers. That ain't no post player to me. That ain't no post player to me. I'm just saying, let's just be honest. That's not a post. You know what I'm saying? And if she is a post, she's undersized in certain situations. You know what I mean? And then I'm looking at the discrepancies because really the discrepancy really came between their bench scoring 24, our bench scoring 12. You know, we missed a lot of free throws. We left a lot of points on the line. That's the difference in the game right there. That's a lot of points right there. Like not taking the ball, care of the ball in key possessions. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the game, and I'm looking and I'm like, man, like their bench, they got the opportunity, they coach trusted their bench to play, and I missed the first part of the game. Because somebody tell me if Nas started or not? Because when I looked, it looked like she came off the bench, like Sika Kone started. But either way, Sika Kone and Nas combined for 38 minutes. Can somebody tell me how many points they had? Somebody tell me how many points they had. I'm gonna give you just let me know. 38 minutes combined for Nas and Sika Kone. They got 5 points combined. Sika Kone had 0. So I'm trying to understand. So you played Sika Kone that many minutes. Nas combined for 5 points. Medina Okot played 7 minutes. I'm just confused. Like, I don't understand, y'all. I don't understand, y'all. We do need to get our bench more involved. Our bench needs to be more comfortable and more confident coming in the game. But I'm gonna be honest with you, like, if you play basketball, like most of it is mental. Because you already got if you made it to the W, you already got the skill. So the skill is there, right? So the mental part of the game is when you don't get a lot of minutes, you start questioning a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? You start questioning every little thing you do. You're overthinking. You're not coming in playing with confidence. You feel like, dang, I got to make the right play. If I mess up, I'm getting taken out the game. If I do this, I'm getting taken out the game. So you can kind of see I'm gonna be honest with you. Our bench is overthinking a lot. You can see it. They missing layups over, like they doing all these things, but I think they're just overthinking. They're not playing as free as they should be because they're not being trusted. And they know they're not being trusted because they're not getting any minutes. So when they come in, they're in their heads and they're making mistakes that I don't even know if they would make if they were comfortably getting the minutes. But it's like I said, the issue is because they're making the mistake, the coach is pulling them out the game. So they have to get more comfortable. You know what I mean? They have to get more comfortable playing with the starters, playing with each other. You know, we've had some really good moments from the bench. You know what I mean? So I still believe in our team. I'm not ready to get rid of anyone or anything like that. That's not what this is. It's just we have to find a way for them to get consistent minutes and for them to build their confidence so that they can be consistent and contribute to our team because we need them. We need somebody else to step up. We had 4 people in double figures today, right? So actually, we had 6 people to get double digit minutes. 4 of those 6 were in double figures, right? The other 2 combined for 5 points. So if those 2 people can score a little bit more, we could win the game. But that's what I'm saying. Like, Sika Kona and Nas didn't give us anything offensively. They gave us nothing. And then our bench, they're not really getting enough minutes to, they're in their head. So it's just it's a catch-22 there. This was a tough loss, man. This was a tough loss, man. Like, I have no other way to say it. I'm not giving out no game ball today. We'll get another game ball when we get another W in the chat, man. No game balls with losing 4 in a row. There's nothing to be happy about with losing 4 games in a row. The last game, like I said, okay, we was probably tired. I'll give us that. I'm not making any excuses for this game. We were supposed to win this game, period. We got to execute better. We have to stop trying to play hero ball. We got to move the ball around the perimeter and around the court. We gotta keep that ball moving. We gotta rebound. We gotta take care of the ball. We have to have a higher IQ mentally when it's time for us to make the plays that we need to win. Winning plays, winning passes. There was another very low IQ play at the end of the game where it was 50 seconds left in the game. And I think we were down by 2 points. So if we get a high percentage shot, we can tie. But Nas Hillman, who was 1 for 5 or 1 for 4, takes a 3. And I'm not knocking Nas for taking a 3, but after that, we couldn't get another possession that would even matter. Like, in that situation, you want to go downhill. Why are we shooting a 3? That's my thing. I was just like, man, like, those are losing plays. That's not a winning play. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was not a high percentage shot, man. And then you want to get the ball to Rhyne. I'm letting Rhyne Howard go in. Like, she's the one who's been, you know what I'm saying, y'all? Like, I don't know, man. Some of it gotta be coaching too. So some of it gotta be coaching too. I mean, they gotta look themselves in the mirror, man. This is a tough stretch. Mark my words, better days are ahead for us for sure. I do believe that, but we gotta do some soul searching, man. When you lose 4 in a row, you gotta start doing some soul searching. And either pressure bust pipes or pressure make diamonds. And I'm gonna believe that it's gonna make diamonds, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, like, after this will probably be a whole nother video, but after I realized that Angel Reese, Jordan Canada, Rhyne Howard, Alicia Gray, none of them were all-star starters. I thought they was all coming out trying to score 30 points tonight. You know what I mean? I just knew. I see Ryan, and Alicia, she did her thing too. You know what I mean? Now, Alicia missed a lot of free throws. Y'all know my motto: free throws are free, y'all. We gotta work on our free throws, but like, we gotta do some soul searching, man. Like, y'all, it's like, I feel like when certain stuff like that and you feel like you got snubbed, you gotta come out with like, oh, y'all tried it. I'm dropping 30 on all y'all head. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you gotta come out and get the wins. Prove these people wrong. Don't prove them right. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people talking about how the dream should have had people in the all-star, and we come out and lose to a Sonia Citron less Washington team in the same day. You know what I'm saying? Like that's tough. It's hard. That's hard. And I still believe we should have at least had one person, you know what I'm saying, as a starter. I'm sticking by that. I don't care if we lost four in a row or not. Like we should have had at least one person for sure. Cuz it's really weird how everybody 1 through 7 had at least one person. Some people had 3 that was below us, but we didn't even have one starter. That's crazy. But that's another story for another day, y'all. I'm gonna sleep this one off. Like I said, better days are ahead for us, y'all. This is a tough loss. We got to go back and play Golden State again, man. I think we play them at home. I hope. I'm sick of the road, man. Let's get off this road. Let's get back home and let's just try to get back on track, man. This ain't it. This ain't it. Yeah, y'all. So like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how y'all feeling right now. I understand if y'all frustrated. Let me know y'all's frustrations and what do y'all think we need to do in order to correct our trajectory and get back on track. Like, what do we need to do? Let me know below. All comments are welcome. Just keep it respectful, y'all. This is a positive environment. I understand like our frustrations and things like that. Y'all can say whatever you want to say, but just keep it respectful. And until next time, I hope you have a beautiful night and hopefully we'll get a dub on Saturday. Peace.